What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review. This time I'm reviewing Thunderbolts. We back in the MCU, y'all. We back in the MCU. I like it here, man. I like the fact that we back in the MCU, okay? I go to see everything. I pull up on everything MCU every time. It's May. You know they about to get it started. I'm already ready for my next fix. What's that, the Fantastic Four? You got the Fantastic Four on you? I'm already ready. Thunderbolts, man. We got a team of ragtag, not quite superheroes, but kind of, everybody got like a little past on them. Was they a villain in one movie at one point in time? Perhaps. That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Thunderbolts is based on a Marvel comic property that involved, like, Baron Zemo pretty much made a team of just like fake superheroes, but they were really villains. And so that's the nugget of the origin, but then, they switched it up for this. So we have Yelena, who is, she's part of the Black Widow program, Black Widow's sister or whatever. It's pretty much her journey. She's at the core of it. You got Winter Soldier in there, of course. You got the Red Guardian. You got Taskmaster. You got Ghost. You got the U.S. agent, whatever. And you got Bob. Yeah, I got Bob. And they come together, so it's just like, not essentially like Suicide Squad, but it's definitely somebody pulling the strings. Valentina De Fontaine, played gloriously by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who, first of all, it's amazing that she's even in the MCU. This is Elaine Bennis, y'all. Elaine from Seinfeld is in the MCU and she's killing it. Not that she's simply Elaine, because she's killed it in Veep. She's killed it in The New Adventures of Christine. She's one of my favorites. She's just one of my favorite actresses. And so she's wheeling and dealing in this one. The Thunderbolts is essentially about them getting played, getting used, and then having to work together to, come out alive, come out on top, come out with any semblance of, what the hell is going on. And Yelena is right at the core of it. First of all, Florence Pugh is a great lead. Ever since she made her debut in the MCU, she really made a mark. It was just like, she is dope. She's funny. She can kick ass. You believe her. And she's not too cool for school. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? She's never, like, too cool. You know what I mean? And so, a lot of times when they make action, especially action heroines, they kind of make them too tough and too serious and too cool for school. Like, they can't crack jokes as well. And so, but Yelena, Florence Pugh's performance is just perfect because she balances that well. Now, this is a movie that they focus on character in this, in the MCU, which is, I feel like it's a great kind of return to form, because we all been just caught up in this multiverse crap that I'm just bored with by now. I'm like, enough of the multiverse and the quantum realm. I'm done with that, Marvel. Okay, I know they're gonna bring it back again, but can we chill? Can we have a piece that's just like very focused on the characters that are there, that are actually existing in their own time? Can we focus on that? And so this movie deals with despair, loneliness, grief, guilt. So it taps into, like, the struggles that many of us have, whether it be you feel guilty about something, you got some regret, you got some shame going, you feel like you don't have a place. All of this stuff is at the root of the Thunderbolt story. And I feel like the ensemble cast, like I said, Florence holding it down, Sebastian is killing it as Winter Soldier. Wyatt Russell as U.S. agent is an asshole in this, but it works. I was like, man, this dude is an asshole, man. Look at him. And it's hard to say that because, you know what I'm saying, his parents are Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell in real life. And these are two people that I love. And now they got a son playing an asshole. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. But this is just a great dynamic. The relationship between David Harbour's character, the Red Guardian, and Florence Pugh's character, that's like her pops. That dynamic is just pure gold. It's funny. David Harbour is always good. Anytime I see him, I'm like, man, this guy right here. I hope he doesn't ever do something to just be like, no, David, why'd you say that? Because I really like this dude. And I feel like the focus on the ensemble and the character development here is really dope. And I feel like they nailed it. The action is good. Bob, who's played by Louis Pullman, who is also another child of, famous actor. He's the son of Bill Pullman. He plays Bob. Bob is just like, I don't know why I'm here. And he ends up being like the Sentry. Now, if you're not familiar with the Sentry from the comic books, Sentry is like Marvel's Superman in a sense. Like, he is extremely powerful. He has so many different powers. They say he has the power of like 1,000 or 10,000 exploding suns. So it's like his power is immense, but his weakness is his own mental state. And he has this other dark state called the Void that he taps into when he's just mentally unstable. Back when in the comic books, when they had World War Hulk, and Hulk was just smashing everybody, they had to bring the Sentry in at full steam to just even get the Hulk to just calm down and maybe even turn back to Bruce Banner. It was crazy. So now the Sentry has been introduced into the MCU, but it's just dope to see how he develops into that. Strong picture, man. I like the look and the feel of it. The action was dope. And they have the obligatory, we got to fight each other before we team up. That's what comic books are all about. Before we team up, we got to fight each other. And I love seeing that every time. But forget all that. You want a smooth jazz review of Thunderbolts. Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I'm giving Thunderbolts 4 saxophones out of 5. Now, without spoiling it, there's one particular thing that pissed me off that they did in this movie. I can't say, but I was just like, what? Already? Really? That's what y'all did with that character? Wow. But I ain't gonna say what. This is a spoiler-free review, man. 4 saxophones out of 5, though, man. And now it's got me thinking, man. Do I like Yelena more than Black Widow? I think I do. Even though Black Widow died for the cause. She put her life on the line for this. But man, in terms of just the charisma, that Florence Pugh, versatility. You talk about versatility. That Florence, nigga. Because when you think about her in Oppenheimer, and you think about her in this, and she was on the Hawkeye series, and what I'm saying, she was in the Black Widow movie, and then you think about her in that movie I did not like. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn. What's the horror movie? Midsummer. I hated that movie. But her performance? That scene where they made her come out of her emotions in it. But then you watch her in this, and she's just like funny, but also vulnerable, but also kick ass. Need I say anymore? All right, peeps, that's my review of Thunderbolt. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments section below. How you like the team? How you like the squad? Do you feel like this is a return to form for MCU? You feel like they back on track, or do you feel like they missed the mark yet again? Or did you lose interest altogether? And which Black Widow you like better, man? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here.